I was at this store and the guy, right when I came up to the counter, he goes, "We're not taking credit card, it's cash only." And dude, my heart like sank. All right, leaving the homestead for the morning. Sourcing day. Hopefully it's gonna be a good one. The goal always, find a lot of items, find some good stuff. Prices are getting higher out there. What'd you say to me? What'd you say? Ragnar, get back here. Sales have been a bit slow, but you know what? That's just all part of it. You just gotta do a little bit better. We've got our bags here. Always get a bunch of bags for the thrift. Those plastic bags never hold up. We've got the 2 tripods. I did find my old one. I got the new one here. And then we got our pink bags because we're still using pink bags, trying to get through them. We're gonna go to a couple places. We gotta get fuel first. Check it out. Venom came out with a new flavor, at least one that I haven't seen. This is the citrus 0 sugar. And then I had to get the original, all the sugar. This original one is super good. And then we're gonna get post office and then get on the road. So when I get in my car before I take off, I haven't really talked about this, but I do write down the miles. You keep a log of your miles so you can deduct them. The miles deduction is actually really great for businesses. It's actually like one of the biggest tax saving things that I have. So I always write the miles, I write the date, I write, when I get back, like how many miles I drove for that trip. So for Dallas, it's a 325 mile round trip type deal. And it's almost exactly that every time because I go to a lot of the same stores. So I hide away in the dressing room, but this is the first item. It's a Nike sweat shorts floral. I've actually never seen these before, but they were going for 30 plus shipping. A really good pickup here for $5. Next, we have a pretty plain Under Armour in purple. It's a size large, but purple is one of those colors that it should sell fairly quickly. Next item up is this Harley Davidson mechanic shirt. Now I paid $7.29 for this. Typically they have embroideries on the back, but this style of shirt, especially in black, is going to sell well. Then we have this cinch shirt. This is just a cinch button-up shirt. It is a size small. There's not a whole lot going on with it, but for $5, this is a pretty common seller, and I had even considered putting this in my storefront until I noticed the problem with the collar. These are torn up. Typically, it's your ranch wear, your farmers that are going to be buying this shirt and using it, and sometimes they just tear through it, which is no big deal. Too vague of like a golf course or something that's not very cool, then it can hurt the value, but PGA is fine. Next, this is David Donahue. I've been slacking when it comes to David Donahue. It performs much better than I had first anticipated, and I see him pretty often, so at $5, I started picking these up during this thrift day. Looks like we have this is Toscano. Toscano, it's 100% linen. It's not a very strong brand, but in 100% linen, some of these mid-tier to low-tier brands will definitely sell and profit you some money. Now this is Duluth, and this is the polyester. I paid $7.29 for this just because it's polyester. Duluth in a big size polyester is a pretty good find. I'm not sure if this one was polyester, but once again, they had this Duluth. This is the long sleeve button shirt, so it could have been like a little bit of a blend. In a big size, Duluth is a every time pickup for me. Wrangler George Strait. The Wrangler George Strait editions are some of their better ones. This is a pretty cool looking plaid, long sleeve. The short sleeves don't do so well, and then the polos don't do as well either, but the long sleeves are pretty good. Here's a Tommy Bahama Island Zone quarter zip. Now Tommy Bahama will have a lot of outerwear type stuff like this, and usually it doesn't do well, but the Island Zone is one of the lines that I do look closely at, and I felt this one was cool enough to get a sale. Then I came across this Roback quarter zip. Roback is an extremely good brand. At $5, the thrift stores don't know about it just yet. All right, just finished up at that store. We got 11 items for $61.90. The highlights are the Roback and then that Nike floral shorts. Pretty warm though. I'm already getting a little toasty. How's it going? Right off the rip, I glance at these gray shoes and I already know I'm buying them. The saddest sights I've seen since reselling is the perfect New Balance 990s V5s in my size with permanent marker written on the outside with the size and date for some crazy reason. These had never been worn. The thrift store wanted $24.99 for them, and there were 2 pair. I bought them both just because I'm going to wear them, and I'm either going to sand that off with a Dremel or I'm going to try to get it off with some stain remover. So far, I've worked on one, and I did do the sanding method, and I think it looks fine. It's definitely not perfect, but I'm going to keep these. $50 for 2 brand new pairs of shoes. Guys, these retail for $180 if you didn't know. No way. Are you kidding me? Oh no. After that bit of trauma, I did find a lot of items to sell. This is an Under Armour $249 and it's just a hoodie. They mark things down by hand, and a lot of times you'll find some decent items, but you got to look closely at the price. Sometimes they price them too high, and then you can catch them a lot lower because just there's not enough resellers in this particular store that are finding things in the lower tier brackets that I like to pick up. And I mean, honestly, I'd like to pick up better stuff more often, but sometimes you got to take what's available, and that's why I run some of these items this way. There's me looking at the shoes. So sad. These are the 2 pair that I bought. They are so nice though, and if you've never worn these, they're one of the most comfortable shoes you could find. I mean, I'm honestly like stoked that I got them. It's just sad to see because you could resell these for $150 probably in like new condition, but with those marks, you could honestly probably still get like $60, but I'm just going to keep them. I'm going to lick my wounds, try to heal up the shoes, but honestly, it is a sad thing to see. Next, we have this Carbon to Cobalt. This is just a short sleeve shirt. Carbon to Cobalt has been very strong for me lately. I pick it up whenever I can. This Under Armour had a pretty cool graphic. It actually may become one of my go-to shirts if it fits, but we'll just have to try it on. Next up, this is Jeremiah. Now, Jeremiah is not a strong brand, but at $249 for the short sleeve Henley, I'm confident that it's going to sell. Next up, this is Bonobos. Yeah, Bonobos. $1.99 for some chinos and Bonobos is a no-brainer. Then we picked up this Polo Ralph Lauren. Now, the only reason I picked it up was because it was $1.50. These aren't something I pay up for, but I've sold so many of them in the past that at $1.50, it's almost like a bin's price. This is Carhartt. Carhartt in green is especially nice. It's got the snaps on the back pocket, which I thought was cool. Carhartt, anything under $5 in the shorts or pants category for me is a pickup. Then we found some Abercrombie chino shorts. Now, typically these will be in the cargo shorts, but chino shirts work just as well. I kind of put them in that Lucky Brand type category for sell-through. Now, right here we have the Old Navy camo cargo shorts. Like, $5 on these is a very easy buy. If you look at the sell-through rate, camo cargo, especially in Old Navy, is like the perfect thing for dads. Here we have 3 pair of Tommy Bahama Relax 100% linen chino shorts. They're all size 32, which I may consider trying on, but most likely going to sell these. Easy pickup at the 100% linen, especially at $4. Then we have these pair of Adidas golf pants. One was plaid and one was just regular gray. I think it was $4 and $5 respectively, and these are just golf pants. They're size 40-30, which is pretty big, but in gray, these were doing really well. Here we have a Ping quarter zip. Now, I don't pick up very much Ping, but at $2 quarter zip, it's a golf brand for golfers. It's a pretty easy seller. I am going to start looking out for Ping a little bit more, but the Ping polos are not something that I'm trying to buy. Right here, we have a Lucky Brand double flap front pocket, long sleeve button shirt, $4. This is such an easy seller for me. I went with this Vineyard Vines. They did have it priced at $8.99 and they dropped it down to $3.99, so I'm okay paying $4 for Vineyard Vines. These Johnson & Murphy's big sizes geometric prints, $4. I've been picking these up pretty often and they're doing decently well for me. Here we have a Walls FR that's fire resistant long sleeve button shirt. These do decent enough. However, they are going to be over £1, so you have to ship them with a priority flat rate. Next, we have a Brooks Brothers, very plain blue, like business type shirt, but it's $1.49. So for that low price, I'm fine paying that. Here's a Ralph Lauren. Now this was Seersucker and it's got the different shades of blue on it. I did pay up a little bit for this one, but it's such an awesome shirt. I'm gonna ask like $40, I think. Here we have a Tommy Bahama for $5. This much floral on it, I was okay taking a chance, but it could be a bit of a slow seller too. Here we have 2 more Tommy Bahamas, and I believe these were partially linen blend. Not 100% linen, but I think they were like 45 or 55% linen. Up next, this is a Rhone Polo. Now, it has a company logo on the front, which is pretty big, but Rhone is one of those brands that a lot of people want to buy just to see what it's all about without spending the full retail price for it. Here we have an Adidas like dry fit polo. It's got Toyota on it, but it doesn't have any other like company logo, so that's going to be actually a pretty good seller because there's a lot of car dealership salesmen that wear that type of shirt. John Varvatos, I've been selling this quite often. It does a little bit better in the Henleys. The polos are a little slow movers, but nonetheless they will sell. Here's Jeremiah. This is another one kind of like the John Varvatos, but probably a little worse. I did have a recent sold that I looked up and I was okay trying it one more time. Here we have a double feature, the Brooks Brothers polo and the Ralph Lauren short sleeve crew neck, paying less than $3 on the crew necks because they are very slow sellers. you're looking at like 16 to 18 shipped on those. This Ralph Lauren, however, is a really great looking plaid. I've sold this one a number of times. I did pay $9 for it, but I think I can get $25 to $30 for it. Then this last item was a Wrangler George Strait. I paid $9 for this one as well, but it's such a nice looking print and such a strong style for Wrangler that I was okay paying for it. That last thrift store was really, really good. I'm very optimistic about the 2 pairs of New Balances. If you guys have never seen the New Balance 990s, those are the V5 versions, made in USA's. They are the most comfortable shoes ever. They retail for like $180. Got those for $25 a piece, both in my size. I'm gonna get those stains off. I may make a video on how I do it. At least I hope I can. I think I could sell them with they're not even stains, but the permanent marker on them. I think I can sell it with them on there, but regardless, we're gonna try to get them off because I want to wear them. Anyway, we're at this next store. It's a Thrift Giant, really good. They have a half-off day tomorrow, so hopefully they're fully stocked, and I may have to pay up for some of these because I'm not gonna be able to hit this on the half-off day. However, let's get it. I'm excited, and we got a ton of stuff. That was a great second store. So I did find a few items at this store. Right here, Versace collection. I paid $13 for this. I haven't looked up exact comps, but that's going to be a big seller. Stone Rose was a new brand for me. It had a size 4 for the size, so I knew it might be worth some money. This Ralph Lauren, I paid up a little bit at $7, but I think it was a unique plaid that I hadn't seen in a while. And this Ralph Lauren, I think I actually might keep one or both of these. It doesn't have the pony on it, so no, I actually decided to set this aside. I think the pony adds a lot of value. This is Denim & Supply Ralph Lauren. It typically doesn't have the pony on the front, but still good to pick up. This is that beige Wrangler Pearl Snap. And then we have a David Donahue. Now, David Donahue is a brand I hadn't been picking up, but it's definitely a good seller. And this Billy Reed was another new one for me, and the thrift stores obviously don't know that this is going to be a good seller. And right here, this Polo Ralph Lauren with the flesh pony in pink for $7 is okay. And I paid up on this one for $9 because it was silk and linen blend, but it's 2XL. It's going to be a great seller, probably $40 on that. And once again, another David Donahue. So hoping those David Donahues sell. Okay, so Thrift Giant was pretty decent. It was 14 items for $126, which is pretty high, but there were a couple high value items. It means I spent like over 15. So one of them was a $20 pair of Ariat FR jeans. Another one was a $13 pair of Ariat FR jeans. And then I got a Harley Davidson cutoff with the big graphic on the back. That was $15. This store is a little bit higher. They're having a half off day, so I tried to capitalize like before the half off day since I'm going to be here tomorrow. Then I got caught up looking at like some sunglass cases. They had some Maui Jims there, but really trying to not dive into that right now. But there were some good cases there, empty cases. They sell for like $15-20, and I think they wanted like $2 for them. But anyway, we're gonna just move on, press on. And I'm not big on having sunglasses like on my shirt inside the store because sometimes I button up the shirts like while I'm waiting in line and my sunglasses get in the way, and then sometimes I put them on top of my head and then I feel like I'm gonna lose them because they're not like near my body. Anyway, sunglass issues. And yeah, that's kind of how the store went. We're gonna get probably crack an energy drink, get a little caffeine going, and continue on. So I paid up a little bit on this lot because they had these Ariat jeans. These were $20, size 38, 34, all in really, really good condition. I'm going to ask $50 to $60 for them. Then we have a pair of shorts here, and we have another pair of board shorts. These are Volcom, size 36. This Ralph Lauren, $5. It's kind of high, but it's the soft kind. It doesn't say Pima Soft, but it is the soft kind. And then I found some polos with the Polo Bear. I haven't come across this very often, but I found two, so I decided to pay $6 for them. They look to go for about 25 plus shipping. Then we have this really awesome rock and roll cowboy shirt with the sawtooth pocket and an Aztec print. Tremendous shirt. Probably going to get $40-50 on that one. This Ralph Lauren was very nice. I think it had a material to it, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like it was a linen blend on this one. $6, easy pickup. Then I came across this Southern Tide, and I don't think they were asking much for these. Well, probably like $4 or $5, but I decided to go with them. And this Ralph Lauren I've sold many times. For $6 is kind of what you just got to pay for these Ralph Laurens nowadays. And then we have this LL Bean 2XLT long sleeve Henley. And this bad boy I paid up for, but you know what? I'm going to keep this. It's not vintage. It's not a big E. It's still the Type 3 style, but nonetheless, I'm gonna rock that this winter. We have a Vineyard Vine Performance size medium. I kind of want to try this on, but I'll probably end up selling it. These performance ones do really well.
Here's the second one here, and I think I paid $4 or $5 for these. Last up, we just have a Five Brothers. Now, this brand isn't great. They do some good flannels, but I decided to pick this up because it was kind of that chambray style.
Just leaving that last store. Now, the Levi's trucker jacket was not vintage or anything. It was a new age one, but it was a size medium, so this guy is going to be rocking some denim when it cools off. But right now, it is very hot. So that last store, I did get 18 items for $162. The Levi denim jacket was 17. The 3 Ariat jeans were 20 a piece. I'm gonna ask 60 plus shipping. They're 38, 34s, which is a really good size. They're the M4, which I think is the boot cut one. Now, I was at this store and the guy, right when I came up to the counter, he goes, "We're not taking credit card, it's cash only." And dude, my heart like sank. 162 bucks is a lot to carry in cash. Luckily, before I left this morning, I had the thought, like, what if they want cash? So I added another 100 to the wallet. I ended up having $190 in my wallet, so I was able to buy all these clothes. Unfortunately, that money's not going to go on the credit card. If you guys know, I've been churning credit cards. I'm trying to get $15,000 in the next 3 months, and I got like 2.5 months left, and I think we're up to like $4,500. So I should hit it, but yeah, that was a major hit, not going to 160 on the credit card. But nonetheless, I got a bunch of good items from there. I'm a little late on my route, so I'm actually not going to go as far south as I normally do. I'm actually going to just finish out this town, and then I'm going to hit up north a little bit and see how it goes. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, but man, it is super toasty here in Texas today.
Bolo alert, this vintage Levi corduroy shorts, $565, are probably some $75 shorts in beige. Paid like $350. Here's the Old Navy cargo camo lived in, like I just talked about these in our recent video. These are like $30 shorts, 200% sell through on those. Then I found some Ralph Lauren 6-inch chino shorts. I'm only paying half price on these from what they're tagged at, so a lot of them are $3.50 to $2 a piece. Came across this Ralph Lauren green chino pant. These are like jeans, but I kind of call them pants sometimes just because I get a little confused, but I think they are jeans. This Brooks Brothers, these were an interesting find. It said made in Italy. Anytime something's made in Italy, well, it's made in Hong Kong but woven in Italy. Anything with Italy tied to it, I always look it up, and those were selling for a decent price. These Boy Scouts of America are the switchback pants. These are actually the best pants that they have. Those are going to be easy sellers. This Levi is the 514, 3232 in beige is a very good style for this Levi, and I decided to go with it. Polo Golf, this is the vintage Lysol. I've done well with that, and this Cricket brand is decently well. It was going for much more money, but now it's going for a little less. 2 polos back to back, like $2 a piece on those. Then we have this Faherty size medium. It's not a flannel, but $3.50 because half off the $6.99, and I found a large right next to it. So I may try both of those on and see if I want to keep one. Here's Caden all over print. I haven't found many of the Caden shirts, so I'm interested to see what that one sells for. And then a tried and true Ralph Lauren. This is like the purple lavender type. With the flesh pony in large is going to be an easy seller. And once again, we have another Boy Scouts of America. This is like a vintage top, though, so I'm interested to see what to price that at. Here's Hook, which I pronounce Huck because that's how it's spelt. Size medium, $2.50 on this great shirt. This actually is one of the better pickups of this lot. Then we have Chaps Ralph Lauren. Now, if it's geometric, usually I'd like to have the better logo on the front, but that one for $2.50 is going to be an okay seller. Armani Exchange is actually something people sleep on a lot, and I've never found it with the snap, so this is going to be another big seller for me, I think. Jahaney Barnes all over print. Jahaney Barnes is really good too. This print is tremendous. I'm excited to list. Then we have this Tasso Elba Island. I pick these up whenever they're silk or linen. This one was linen blend, so not quite as good, but for $2.50, I'm okay taking a shot on it. I grabbed this Johnson & Murphy in plaid. It's not the biggest size, but I'm going heavy on Johnson & Murphy for a little bit right now. Ralph Lauren large. This plaid is pretty nice looking. Decided to go with it as well. Here's a Wrangler, and this one had a cool little design on the front, so I decided to go with it. Probably would have went with it anyway if it was just plain beige at that price. Here's a Ralph Lauren with the flesh pony. Blue stripe, just an iconic look for Ralph Lauren. Then we have this Mountain Hardwear, kind of lightweight, long sleeve button shirt. Then I came across a hole on the Cricket and a stain on the Brooks Brothers, so we're saying goodbye to those 2 pieces.
All right, so we did pretty good. We spent like $80-something, but those corduroy shorts are tremendous. Probably like $75 vintage shorts. Never found them before, this family thrift. I'm timing things up a little bit better, but man, my route is like way behind than my usual timing. So I gotta eat lunch, and it's pretty late. It's like 3 o'clock, so that means I'll probably eat a later dinner. And I don't know, I'm feeling good though. I don't know if it's the heat or what, but I met a nice friend over there, Andrea. She's gonna be anyway, meeting a lot of cool people out here, and it's a good day. Like, I'm having a really good time, but I'm definitely hungry though. So it's either gonna be Panda Express or McDonald's or Subway.
This fortune cookie says, I liven up conversation. I couldn't agree more.
Now look, I've never been one to be into fortune cookies and like buying into all that mumbo jumbo, but whenever they benefit me, like the one I just read, I absolutely believe in fortune cookies. Today, it's been one of those days. Things have gone well. I got some Panda. I went with the bowl, grilled chicken, of course, fried rice. Now we're about to hit a store that's actually right down the road, and hopefully we can find some more stuff.
Tommy Bahama 100% linen 2XB. I paid up at $9 for that one. Then we have this Victorious 2XL with this giant cross on the front and the back with a crazy design. That one's a new brand, but I know it's going to sell. Then we have this Roar one. Probably the same guy donated it. Crazy loud. Easy pickup. Came across this Construct, and this is actually a new brand for me at $6. These had some decent sell-throughs, so I decided to try them out. We got this Raptor C. I pick up Raptor C. I hate paying $6, but they sell pretty often for me. Cinch 2XL. Again, I paid like $7 for this one. Really nice shirt. I may sell it in person. This is Gitman Bros. Gitman Bros is really good. The thrift sleep on it because they don't understand how good a shirt brand it is. Then we got the Panhandle Slim. Panhandle Slim is a pretty good seller for me. And this Peter Millard Nano Luxe is actually one of the cotton ones I'll pick up. Tommy Bahama here in medium. These were only like, I think $3 or $4 for these shirts right here. We have a Brooks Brothers. Yeah, $3.59 on these Brooks Brothers. Really clean. The Ralph Lauren, same type of deal. Not big sellers, but at this price, it's hard to pass it up when they're in that good of condition. Here's an Untuck It medium. Paid a little more for that one. And then I came across this Travis Mathew 2XL at a decent, 3XL at a decent enough price. And this awesome floral one, I was okay paying $7 because, I mean, just look at it. Then this FootJoy all over print did have company embroideries on the sleeves, but at $4, you kind of just got to roll the dice with it. Here's a straight down Performance. I don't really buy this brand, but it just looked too cool, and the performance material made me buy it. Duluth polyester. Anytime it's 100% polyester in Duluth, I'll pay up for it. And this was a Japanese brand that I'm actually going to list pretty high. And this brand here's a new one that I still need to research and see, but it is a seller.
All right, another successful trip. I say success is anytime I find like more than 10 items. You really want to be hitting like 20 items per store. And I got this monitor right here. It's actually the same brand as the one that I have at my house, and I didn't test it. It was $8.99. If it doesn't work, I'll probably destroy it, and you'll see a clip of that. If it does work, then it works. So I think what I'm gonna do is put this monitor either at my house and take the big TV that I use as a monitor to the store, or I don't know. I haven't really decided the layout, but I do kind of want to switch up the configuration, mainly because I don't need the iMac anymore, which it did its job, right? But whenever you got people watching, you got to upgrade the gear, man. You got to get better stuff. I want the quality to be similar to this iPhone for everything, and then also like the rendering speed, which if you guys don't do videos, it probably doesn't mean much to you, but that MacBook Pro is super fast compared to my iMac. So we're back at the car. I got to drive probably like, I think 20 minutes to the next town, and they have about 3 thrift stores that I like to hit, and I'm gonna need some like candy or like another energy drink because I am tiring out, and a lot of it has to do with this heat. It's like probably like 100 degrees today.
Next store is a pretty decent store. I got a few items here. This was a Lucky brand, Henley. I love picking these up at $3.50. It's gonna be a pretty good seller. Then this PacSun's Color Blocked. It was pretty cheap, but it's got the look, you know. People are liking that kind of stuff right now. Travis Mathew, paid up at $9 for this, but the quarter zip Travis Mathew, a lot of golf brands do pretty well. Then I came across another Jeremiah at $2.50. I'm rolling the dice. Jeremiah is not great. I would not recommend it, but I know I've sold it plenty of times before. Here we have the Nike Tiger Woods collection. It's got the company embroidery, I think, on the sleeve. Yeah, right there. So I'm okay, though, because this is a really clean shirt. Then we have this Zegna shirt, $7. This polo is actually a really good one to pick up. Travis Matthew in a black 2XL, great size for $4. Does have an embroidery on the sleeve, but I think it's a golf club. Yeah, so no big deal. This Aftco, this one I actually haven't found that often in polos, but I know I've sold it in like shorts and other things, so I was okay trying it again. And these Oakley ones, people were sleeping on it at $350. They're just gray like golf shorts or slacks. They're going to be easy sellers. This shirt here is actually a bit of a sleeper. This all over print with the Aftco. And this might be like a $50 shirt with the margarita and the drinks on the front. And this shirt right here just looked too cool to pass up. Southern Pines isn't the best, but I mean, look at the plaid on it.
It's still really toasty out here. So that store is pretty good. I didn't get that many items from there. Kind of stunk. It's probably one of the worst stores of the day, but nonetheless, we've still had a pretty solid day. There's a pretty cool market right here. It's called Green Something Market. And I'm definitely gonna get an energy drink, maybe a bag of M&Ms. I don't really know. I'm feeling a little snacky. We got the car's filling up. I kind of ran out of bags. I'm probably gonna have to go get some more of the post office bags from them this week. Sometimes I like drop the bags with my post office packages and I don't like get a new fresh bag. But nonetheless, it's going really well. There's 2 stores to hit. One is the Salvation Army, it's half off, and then the other one is one of my favorite stores. And luckily they close at 8 instead of 7, because as bright as it looks outside, it's almost 6 o'clock. So it's just been hot. Texas has been like 90 degrees into like, 9 and 10 p.m. at night. So insane. But let's go get some snacks.
A nice start here with an REI Co-op quarter zip. Then we came back with this shirt. I need to look into it, but this brand was like a really expensive brand. And here's the Old Navy lived in straight for the camo. Once again, finding it 2 times on this trip. Then we have just a Nike golf polo, this is not RLX, but it is the Performance Ralph Lauren, and a Jahaney Barnes polo for $350. It's half off at these Salvation Armies. PFG right here. Pretty easy pickup. Then we got this Brooks Brothers Makers is actually a sleeper. 14.5 is like an extra small though. And here's the Tommy Bahama shirt. Then our tried and true Roper Pearl Snap, been selling these like crazy. Visconti Black I will pick up if it's a cool looking shirt. And then as Carhartt in like the chambray, I picked up a couple of these from here, I believe. Another Zegna long sleeve. Then we got the Ralph Lauren. These are like $350 a piece. Bonobos is another one that I'll pick up at the low price. And this is another Ralph Lauren. So yeah, this store did a lot better than I thought it did. Right here, this is a Polo Ralph Lauren, but it's got no size on it, but it did have the correct pony on it, so I was like, okay to pick it up. This Orvis was kind of like denim feeling. And then we have a couple cool short sleeves, and I'm kind of rushing through because I'm in line, like about to go check out. Patagonia right here, no size on it, unfortunate. Another Carhartt like the one that we just saw. And then another cool shirt to finish her off.
I don't know, I'm so excited. It's probably the Monster Energy, to be honest with you. We got a bunch of stuff. I spent $62. The Salvation Armies with the half off deal, like, you just get such a good deal for the stuff. Most of it's $350 an item. So you're picking up not only good brands at $350, but marginal brands, which we all know my marginal brands are stuff that sells for a little bit of money. We got one more store. It closes in 1 hour, and I think it takes like 8 minutes to get there. I'm not gonna speed. I'm not a speeder. God, the beard's looking good today though. A little bit of a spot there. If you guys didn't know, I don't grow hair right in this spot, and then this spot's actually filled in. It's taken me a number of years to grow this much of a beard, whenever my brother at age 18 was able to have like a pretty healthy beard. Nonetheless, I have enough genes to grow it, and yeah, I just do a little bit of a comb over, so it's not too bad. But yeah, with the sun glistening, the oil is at the right, like the right amount. I mean, a lot of things are going right tonight. The glasses, they're a little smudgy. But hey, I like the look. I got the Cubs hat going on, and I got my Guy Harvey shirt, which I actually paid $5.99 for at a thrift store. Last store, I'm really excited. Hopefully we can find some awesome items.
So this is the last store, and I didn't have enough time to go all the way through, but this is what I got. Quarter zip, 2XL yellow, Under Armour. Now, these Nike golf shorts, pay close attention. The cargo shorts actually increase the value tremendously. Same with these black pair, even more so than the beige. The last Nike pair of golf shorts, these are just your regular chino, so still decent, but not as good as the cargo. Now these next two items are Frog Togs, and it's some type of like windbreaker waterproof type pants. $2. They had a pretty strong sell-through. Then this is an O'Neill floral short sleeve button shirt. The skater brands that do the floral stuff do decently well, and this is the Toscano at $2. I'm taking a chance on these slower moving items. Columbia PFG at $4, a pretty solid seller. Same with this one with the Texas A&M embroidery on the front. College football season's coming up, and these are going to sell really, really well. Here's a Ralph Lauren at $4. Very common, just a Blake plaid, gingham plaid at that. And there's a Toscano as well. And another Brooks Brothers here. This is a decent looking plaid. $4 is really the most I want to pay on some of these. And Jahini Barnes for $1.49, really solid. And this Lucky Brand Pearl Snap at $4 is really cool. I'm pretty excited about that one. And the Nat Nass 100% silk is a pickup I like to go for.
Thank you, Plaza Thrift. So I had to rush through that store. I did not do as well, but luckily they weren't like fully stocked. I mean, they had like a decent amount of stuff. I got like, I don't know, a good amount, not like a crazy amount. Some cool stuff. The most notable that I haven't seen in a while is the Nike golf shorts with the cargo pockets. Those actually were really good pickups. They sell for a good amount of money. I guess people love cargo. You can't hate on the cargo pockets. We have finished the trip. We got that, and give it like a toss, and we'll just give one more shot at the back end here. Pretty packed. Usually I write down like how many items I bought and like how much I spent, but I kind of stopped doing that just because it's I mean, what are you gonna do, right? Like if I got too little items, I mean, I would just have to go thrift like tomorrow or the next day, or you know, I'd spent more time in the better stores today. I didn't travel as far south as I normally do, but I would say it was a pretty solid day. It definitely was. It was pretty good, but I don't know. I had a good time. I had a couple good conversations with my friends. I got other resellers out there that are doing the same thing that I'm doing, so it's nice to catch up with them and talk about brands and strategy and different things that we're trying to do. So if you guys like the video, go ahead and drop a like, drop a comment. Tell me what was some of the brands you guys are surprised I picked up. A lot of that, some brands were new to me. I probably do a little like pop-ups if it was like new or like exciting. And I'm definitely going to talk about them because we had a bunch of copyright music. So I'm not like setting the tripod up in the store anymore, but this is just kind of how the video is going to be. Also, we are coming to a close with this trip, and I got a bit of a drive. It takes a little bit to drive home. I had a great time. If you guys liked the video, go ahead and drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know what you thought was one of your more favorite items, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.